I read the book when I started trading like 5 years ago. And even
Okay.
today, like that book is still relevant. All the patterns are still relevant 5, 6 years later. So it's a very good book. It's about 150 pages. It took
Okay.
me a weekend to finish it. So, but I've read it more than once. I think I've read it more like 10 times. So every now and then I just go
Okay.
back on the book and I just remind myself of the basic stuff because it can get very complicated as you go along with your journey.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm gonna send the book
Mm.
right after our session. And then yeah, just read that book when you have time over the weekend. It's just basic stuff. It will explain what a candlestick is, the open of the candlestick, the closing of the candlestick, basic patterns, morning star, evening star. It will explain the basic patterns that you need to look out for. And then what you do, just back
Okay.
test, just have a look at the charts and see where you see those patterns and draw them out. Sooner or later, you'll be able to read the chart because reading a chart is like learning a language. Once you understand the basic patterns, it's like now you understand the basic language. You can communicate. When
Mm.
I open a chart, whether it's indices, whether it's volatilities, whether it's whatever, because I know how to read a chart, I can see exactly what's going on. So if you want to become a
Mm.
strong analyst, you need to start with being able to read the chart, being able to read anything, whether it's gold, whether it's oil, whether it's Nasdaq, whether it's volatility. That's why my strategy works across all the instruments because I know how to read a chart. When I look at a chart when I wake up
Okay.
in the morning, I know exactly what's going on. I'm not confused.
Mm.
So if you read that book, trust me, you're gonna go a long way. Okay. So usually what I do,
Okay.
um, I like to teach strategy first. I know you said you want to learn more about analysis, but I like to teach strategy first. Reason why I like to start with strategy first is you can learn how to trade properly. It's more important to know how to trade than know how to analyze. There are people who know how
Yes.
to analyze but don't know how to trade. I know one
Mm.
guy, we started trading together 6 years ago. Up to today, this guy's still a bad trader. It's not profitable, but he's a damn
Okay.
good analyst. When it comes to analysis, that guy just gets
Mm.
better all the time. He just gets better and better. So when he sends me stuff to look at, I'm like, whoa, wow, how did you see that? Let's
Mm.
trade. He blows the account. So trading is
Yeah.
also a skill. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if you know how to analyze, you're gonna know how to trade. It's two completely different
Mm.
things. There are guys who are very good at trading, very bad at analysis. Very, very, very bad.
Okay.
But they are damn good traders. So the two are not the same. It's different skill sets. So that's why in the first session, I like to first teach you how to trade, teach you our strategy,
Mm.
because the strategy for volatility is different from the strategy for indices, is different from the strategy for currencies. So I'm gonna go into it. I hope you have a little notepad or something that you can write on so that you can take some notes. We don't just hold a trade from the onset. This is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of newbies on volatility do. They'll enter a trade and be like, yeah, I'm swinging this trade. I'm gonna take on Friday. It doesn't happen like that. You have to make money and make money and make money. Only when you are satisfied, that's when you say, hey, you know what? Let me hold now. I think I've done enough
Mm.
scalping. I can now hold the trade. You don't just hold from the onset. Okay. So
Okay.
basically, that's how simple the strategy is. If you follow this strategy with $100, $50, you should be able to make at least 50 to 100 a day minimum. Because if we hit TP1, the first time, that's a good 15. We hit it the second time, you're on 50. We hit it the third time, you're on 100. So if I give a signal and we hit TP1, TP2, TP3, definitely minimum that you should have made is $100. In this case, this
Okay.
trade hit TP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This trade hit 8 TPs. So you can imagine how much money we made on this trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand now? So the
Yeah.
strategy is extremely simple. It doesn't need any modification, doesn't need anything, doesn't need any. The only thing that you need to do is take all the profits. We don't want to hold.
Yeah.
Why would you hold in a situation like that? If you're gonna hold here, you're gonna make zeros. Zero after zero after zero.
Mm.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
By the time it goes, you should now have already made enough. And then you say, oh, you know what? I've made enough. Let me hold. So do you understand the strategy?
Yes, I do, and I think it's the good one because most of the time, I will enter and then it will go on profit, and then I'll say, okay, let me hold a little bit, and then it will went down for a long time, going down, and then it will take me out.
Yeah. So another thing with that, I always say this to guys. If you can follow this thing that I'm about to tell you now, my guy, you go far. If you are in profit, let's just say you're on a $50 account. You're in profit. You are seeing maybe $70 profit, or maybe your account is doubling. You're on $50 profit, right? First of all, if you double, you must be closing. That's now rule number one. If you're on $50 and you're on 100, close. If you're on $100 and you're at 200, close. That's the first thing. Number two, if you're on, let's just give an example, you're on $100 and you are sitting on, let's just say, $80 profit. You're at 180, your equity is 180. If that trade starts to drop, let's just say from 80 to 50, and it drops to 25, just take the 25. Just take it and say, you know what? Let me wait for it to come back to my entry level. Take something rather than nothing. Because 90% of the time, it's going to come back, penetrate your entries, get you in a loss, and then blow the account. Most people that blow accounts don't blow accounts with an entry and then they just start losing. Next thing, account is blown. Most people don't actually blow accounts like that. Most people blow accounts when they see the account go from $20 to 100, and then they didn't take, and then it comes back, and then it kills the entries, and then it penetrates the entries, and then goes into losses. That's how most people blow. Rather take zero. Rather take zero or take that little profit, even if it dropped, because most of the time you'll say, ish, I didn't take that $100, ish. And then now it drops, it's on 50, you're still not taking. Drops. The minute you say ish, regret, just close. The minute your head says, ish, should have taken it, because it's gonna get worse. And it's rather you have something, because the opportunities to trade are always there. How many instruments? I'm looking at over 50 instruments here. So at the end of the day, you have 50 opportunities to make money. So rather just cut it out, and then start again. There's nothing wrong with starting again. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
And I think that's the mistake that I did today. Because yesterday I made some money with your free signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yesterday I think I've started with about $23. And then it went up to $90.
You see.
And then today I've started with this this 250 V1S. So I was at work at that time, like I had some little time just to put some trades, and then I didn't give attention at that time. When I checked, it was around $4 on profit, and then again I was busy with something. And when I check now, I'm on loss of $20.
You see. Okay, now what you do there now that you're in it, close it, because why? You still started with 20 yesterday. You still started with 20. You went to 90. Now you're on 70. It's the loss. You are still in profit. Because if you cut that loss now at 70, because I just sent another signal now of V101s. Jump on V101s, new opportunity, and see what it presents for you. Maybe it's going to be more lucrative. Maybe it's going to be more lucrative than 250. Next thing, you are going from 70, and now you're back on 100. So I cut my losses extremely early. If I can see that this thing is not going my way, I just cut it. I'd rather take a loss now and focus and look for another opportunity, because there are many opportunities here to look at. There's many instruments. You can't be can't be married to one. Otherwise, that marriage will end in tears. Okay. So, do you have any more questions for me?
No question now.